In 1971, a small group of activists broke into an FBI field office in Media, Pennsylvania, and stole thousands of internal documents. They mailed copies to journalists and members of Congress. What those pages contained would reshape the history of American civil liberties. One word appeared repeatedly on files targeting civil rights organizations, peace groups, student movements, and labor unions. COINTELPRO, Counterintelligence Program. Nobody outside the FBI had ever heard of it. COINTELPRO was a domestic intelligence program operated by the FBI under Director J. Edgar Hoover from 1956 to 1971. Its publicly stated rationale was the protection of national security. Its actual operations were different. The program authorized wiretapping of private telephone lines, the opening of personal mail without judicial warrants, the placement of paid informants inside targeted organizations, the fabrication and distribution of false information designed to damage reputations, and the dispatch of threatening and psychologically damaging letters to individuals the Bureau wished to neutralize. The targets were not foreign agents or enemy operatives. They were American citizens engaged in lawful political activity. Civil rights organizations were placed under sustained surveillance. Peace groups opposing military policy were monitored. Labor unions were infiltrated. Student organizations were targeted. The internal documents recovered from media revealed that the program had generated tens of thousands of individual files on American citizens, whose only documented activity was political speech and lawful assembly. Among the most disturbing documented operations were the anonymous letters. FBI field agents, acting under official authorization, composed and mailed letters to targets under false identities. These letters were designed not to gather intelligence, but to cause personal harm. They were sent to spouses, employers, and colleagues. They contained fabricated accusations, invented personal details, and deliberate provocations designed to break up marriages, destroy professional reputations, end friendships, and sow distrust within organizations. The letters were typed on unmarked paper. They left no official trace. In 1975, the United States Senate established a special committee to investigate the intelligence agencies. The Church Committee, led by Senator Frank Church of Idaho, conducted hearings over 2 years. What the committee found was not speculation. It was documentation. COINTELPRO had operated for 15 years outside any system of judicial oversight. No court had authorized its activities. No independent body had reviewed its targets. No public official beyond the Bureau had approved what was being done. The final report of the Church Committee detailed specific operations. It documented efforts to prevent certain speakers from addressing university audiences. It recorded FBI pressure on employers to dismiss targeted individuals from their positions. It confirmed the deliberate cultivation of informants recruited from within the families and close social circles of targets. It established that some informants had been instructed not merely to observe, but to actively disrupt, manufacture conflicts, and accelerate divisions within the organizations they had joined. Informants were central to how COINTELPRO functioned. Some later came forward and testified publicly about what they had been asked to do. Their accounts described a program that used personal relationships and positions of trust as instruments of institutional disruption. People who believed they were among friends were reporting to the Bureau. People who believed they were among committed colleagues were being actively worked against. The program officially ended in 1971. The congressional investigations that followed produced detailed public records. FBI officials were called to testify. No criminal convictions resulted. The files accumulated across 15 years of operations were eventually released through Freedom of Information Act requests over the following decades. The documents are publicly available now. They are held in national archives. They are accessible in university databases. They can be read today on the FBI FOIA Reading Room online. What they describe was not a rumor. It was not a theory. It had a name. It had a budget. It had a director. For 15 years, it operated in secrecy against the citizens it claimed to protect.